So what made you say, okay, I'm gonna just draw, rappers, entertainers, and creatives too?
Yeah.
Like, what made you hone in on that?
It's just what I felt like people like to see. So that's kind of how it started. But then what I really base my art off of is just like I could just look at a picture and tell if it's a good painting or not. So with that, so when I'm creating, I'll just pretty much just like scroll through everything and see or Instagram or something.
Yeah.
I'll scroll through Instagram and see like if there's anything like popping right now. But I'll just pretty much just like base it off of if it's a good picture or not. Or
Right.
if it's like what's hot.
You want to adjust that mic a little bit to the mouth area, no homo sape. Yeah, grab that mic. Put that closer. Talk to the mic, baby. No, I'm saying, but yeah. So trendy situations. What's gonna catch the eye? What's gonna get people to engage with you? And you saw that people were into, the hip hop people or things like that. And you're like, okay, I got it.
Right.
What was your first person that you made that you like? This is the one that I'm gonna go with this style, like the artist. Like, what hip hop person did you do first, or was it an actor or a creator? Who was the first?
Pretty much, it was like a bunch of like rappers from Atlanta.
Okay.
A lot of like trap music and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So you started off with.
That's what I started with.
Who was the first one?
I honestly don't.
You don't remember?
The first I ever painted, or
Yeah.
like the first painting I ever did that like kind of popped off was it was an album cover with Fab.
Okay.
The Summertime Shootout.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. It was
And you did
cover
his
for
album
that.
cover.
No. That was the first painting that I did. That
Yeah.
was like hip hop art, I guess.
Okay. Hard. Yeah, that's an artist type painting anyway.
But the first rapper, I'll say Lil Baby.
Okay.
That one went viral. That was the first one. And then after that, that's pretty much when I started doing like all the rappers and stuff.
Okay. Dope. So you did a whole Faces of Atlanta campaign.
Pretty much. That's what it turned into.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for it to happen that way, but it just kind of.
Once you did one, you just kept doing them.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the number one that had the most engagement on it when you did it?
There was a couple, but I did one for Chris Brown. That
Okay.
one was my first like ever viral painting
Yeah.
that I did. After that was probably the Michael Jackson that I did, and then Allen Iverson. Those are my top three.
Yeah, I like the Allen Iverson one. You know what I'm saying? They call me three.
What was the first one you saw?
That's the first one I seen of you. And I was like, dang, that's tough, because that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm the Iverson of YouTube, and that's how I feel, podcasting and all that. Right. So very innovative. And people don't know about Iverson, even though he was a great baller, like he was more culture. You know what I'm saying? From the braids to the tattoos, how he conducted himself, he gave us hope that we could make it to, NBA and still be ourselves. Because you don't have to be, cookie cutter and be like, you know what I'm saying, nerd man and wearing a suit and all that. Like, I could be a real nigga and be in the NBA. Right. Oh, this is dope. So that's what I brought to YouTube. So that's why I always rocked with him. But yeah, that was a legendary painting. All of them legendary, but that Iverson did catch my eye, and I like that joint. I was like, boom. And now we're here. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get some art from you, of course. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to be so narcissistic and say, just paint me, because I got plenty of paintings of me. Motherfucker paint me a few times. God is great. But I had to think of something, and we'll get to that. So I remember you told me a story about the one you made of Future. Can you tell us about how that went about? Because that's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real, but this is a real Future situation, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real, I with him, so like, he's still on his toes. Can you explain it for me?
So there was a time in Vegas, he was going to have a concert out in Vegas. Pretty connected out there. So I ended up connecting with somebody that knew his manager. And I was like, hey, is there any chance that you can get I had a painting that I did of him already. So It's not like I did it for him. But I told my guy, I was like, hey, is there any way you can help me get this to Future? So he was like, yeah, let me check in with his manager.
Okay.
So then he checks in with his manager. He comes back and tells me, he's like, Future pretty much was saying, or the manager. I don't know who said it, if it was Future or the manager. Pretty much was just like, if you want to get it to him, you have to pay him.
Yeah.
I couldn't even be mad at it because it's just like, it's very Future like.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's G. Hey, I salute.
I'm salty about it. But
you was salty about it?
I ended up selling it, though.
You would sell it?
I sold it to Cam Newton.
Shout out to Cam Newton. Hey, Cam, man. Real guy, man. Salute you, brother. Like your platform. Keep doing what you're doing. But, yeah, so you end up selling to Cam Newton, right? And how did that come about?
So he found me. I don't remember which painting it was, but he ended up reaching out to me, like DM, and was like, hey, I thought it was kind of like a scam at first because you know how he types?
Yeah, crazy. He got his own
I didn't know that he really does that, like, with everything. So I was just kind of like, I did my research, and then I found out it was him. So then he reached out to me, He came in town. He was like, "Hey, is there any way you can bring some pieces and have me look at them in person?" I'm like, "Sure." So I pull up on him, and then he ended up buying like 6 or 7 pieces, and
Really?
now they're in his cigar lounge in Atlanta.
Dope. That's hard. And I heard about a cigar. So how you say it? Cigar lounge. Heard about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice little spot, and that's also where he shoot his podcast at, right? So that's love on love. Not only people come into the cigar lounge and see it, but when people come to the podcast, boom, they see like, who did his art? Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? The best in the game. That's hard. And then what was like the first piece you sold when you got that first piece of money on it, man? You got some of this here.
Painting I ever
Yeah.
did? That's too far back.
Damn, you been making money on the painting since for a long time like that? You can't remember the goddamn first one?
No. I remember the first painting I did, but the first one I sold,
Yeah.
it was probably a commission piece.
Of somebody wanting something of themselves or something they want?
Yeah.
How many times people want something done of other people, like instead of just them?
I mean, it's pretty it's pretty common.
Yeah.
Like commissions and stuff, people ask for like a painting of themselves or the family member, a dog.
A dog? You do dogs?
I did. It's not really my thing though.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
like
different.
do something. It's actually a lot of like people that pass away, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like doing all that.
You don't want the woo-ju or the passing?
The energy that comes with it that I'm just like, I don't want to do it, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, because that's I guess because you know when you paint it's like comes back to life, so you could probably feel the you know what I'm saying.
Sad though. It's
Yeah, it's sad.
Somebody that's dead.
But what about when they see it, they get the euphoria of seeing a person?
I mean, yeah, that's the good feeling when you
Yeah.
see people's reactions. That's like my thing. Whenever I see people cry, like seeing my artwork, that's like very touching.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
dope.
that's the good part. But actually doing it and just the energy around it, I'm just like, I just want to be done with it.
Yeah, I feel that. It could be a little, you know what I'm saying?
That's the only downside about like what I do. It's just like commissions. That's like my least favorite thing to do.
Yeah, because end of the day, when you're a creator, you want to do things you love to do and have fun with it.
Yeah.
But if you're getting paid, it's like doing a job, right? Like, I didn't want to do this. I do it because I got talent, but you're paying me, so now I got to rush. I got to do it a certain way. You get to say how you want it, don't want it. You could judge me because you paid me type, you know? So what do you want to do with your art? Do you want to be just like one of those top Basquiat, like Andy Warhol
I want
type?
to be a female Takashi Murakami.
Takashi Murakami. Okay. That's the Chinese man with the hat and with the beard near. Who did a collab with, like a top designer?
He did it with Louis.
He did. He went straight Louis with the money. Shoosh. Ooh.
That's
So
the type of stuff I want to do, like collabs with like designers, like high end stuff.
yeah, that's dope. Like him is. I mean, they all do it, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's that?
Like,
Keith
any artist
Haring.
could-
Yeah, I seen a lot of that from Keith Haring and Basquiat. That even probably after they pass, most likely when they go the biggest, I see a lot of them collabs with different companies and clothing and all that. So I can see you doing that for sure.